Turning Point USA. She went out there. By now you've seen it. I got a bunch of phone calls about it.
I bet.
I'm out. I'm done. That was it. Sorry.
Oh man, DJ AKADEMIKS is coming for everyone in the media who spoke up after that alleged slap. Now hold up. Last night at the Grammys, after doing his whole tap dance for Trump and all those clout-chasing folks, Nicki Minaj blew up Twitter. Surprise, surprise. If you're not keeping tabs on Nicki's Twitter, girl, you're missing half the chaos. Every other day, she's dragging Rock Nation and Jay-Z like it's a full-time job. Her Twitter literally looks like a conspiracy hotline on fire. Non-stop rants all day. Anything slightly off in Nicki's world, you already know who's catching the blame. Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Trip on a sidewalk? Yep, somehow it's Jay-Z and Rock Nation's fault. And after catching flames from Trevor Noah at the Grammys, Nicki...
She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues. Actually, Nicki, I have the biggest ass. I have it. Everybody's saying it, Nicki. I know they say it's you, but it's me. Whop.
Nicki Minaj jumped on Twitter and went straight at Jay-Z once again. She started flooding the timeline with old photos. Jay-Z with Aaliyah, Jay-Z with Beyonce. She wrote, imagine a 30-year-old rapper moving around with a 16-year-old today. Y'all would have him canceled immediately. This man was hugging and grinding on teens out in the open. DJ AKADEMIKS peeped Nicki going off and decided he wasn't staying quiet. He turned his attention to the media figures discussing his alleged slap situation. AKADEMIKS specifically called out Joe Budden, Wayne-Yo, Companion Man, and even Wack 100, daring them to speak on these so-called allegations coming from Nicki. And this is exactly what he had to say.
Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their god. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up. Ooh, double entendre, I would believe. She then tweets, Trevor refuses to come out of the closet when everyone in the industry knows his boyfriend. She does say allegedly, though. So Nicki's a little bit aware of not getting sued. She said, they sabotaged my documentary because I spoke about the abuse I suffered. She's also accused them of supposedly messing with like something of the sort like that, right? They've been trying to stall all my projects in hopes I'd lose a bunch of money and beg them for help. Their leaders still think it's a joke. The destruction that's about to come down on them isn't funny. I told y'all, leave me alone. Now you'll understand why you should have just sat there and taken your meds. She says, imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out there with a 16-year-old in this day and age and how y'all would have had his head on a platter. The guy was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Hey, all y'all niggas who love comment on me, bro. Everybody, hey, I'm going to keep it a bean with you. Hey, oh, let me signal here. Hey. I seen everybody do think pieces on supposedly a non-existent event that didn't happen. But I seen everybody role playing on podcasts what is happening if I got slapped or not, which it didn't happen, but whatever, cool. I'll let y'all rock with that. But I need all of y'all to keep the same energy and talk about this. Joe Budden, I can't wait to watch your next podcast. I need to, Wednesday can't come quick enough. This picture look crazy. If I watch the next Joe Budden podcast and y'all don't put this picture up and be like, yo, this looked like a preteen boy with a grown-ass man and this shit was wrong, I know y'all biased. Wayno, I need you to talk about this one. Wayno, need you to talk about this one. Wack 100, everybody. The company man. Oh, yeah, Elliot Wilson. Elliot. There's no more Drake news coming for you, brother. This is what you need to talk about. This don't look right, gang. Elliot, why does this picture look like this? Bro, she don't even got prestices. She don't even need a trainer, bro. Like, she ain't even go through puberty. Elliot, Yo, bring back, what's the name of that shit that they canceled? With DJ Dickhead, what's the shit I forgot it. I ain't gonna lie, them niggas had a short run, man. Their reign at the top was shorter than Leprechaun. They were never at the top. What's the name of that shit called? Bigger Picture. Nah, y'all need a special episode. This is the thumbnail. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Ebro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me look at their views. Ebro been flopping. You remember they're like, yo, we're going to do the morning show. Ebro.
Now, there are so many reasons why nobody is taking these Nicki Minaj tweets seriously. But the biggest one? Nobody wants to get dragged into lawsuits over wild, unproven claims. This is just Nicki repeating internet chatter. Nothing she said about Jay-Z is based on facts or anything she actually saw herself. These are literally just points from Nicki's fans, the ones that despise Jay-Z and Rock Nation, and she's parroting it on her Twitter. Now, second, if you've ever watched the Joe Budden podcast, you know Joe admits his Jay-Z bias almost every single episode. He doesn't even try to hide it. In fact, it's a running joke that there are a handful of people Joe would never speak ill of. Jay-Z, Diddy, well, before all that weird shit surfaced, Jim Jones, Fabulous, and a few others. So it's no shocker if Joe stays silent on this. And finally, let's be real. Everyone knows AKADEMIKS don't actually care about this story. He just wants others to jump in and help him attack Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Most media folks have their biases, in the same way AKADEMIKS ignore unverified Drake or 6ix9ine news. Joe is not touching unverified Jay-Z claims, especially not Nicki Minaj's, since just 2 weeks ago, Joe straight up denounced her.
Turning Point USA. She went out there. By now you've seen it. I got a bunch of phone calls about it.
I bet.
I'm out. I'm done. That was it. Sorry. I'm gone. I'm gone. That's it. The last dance. That was the last candle on the cake for me. Sorry. Sorry, Barbs. Sorry, Nick. Don't call me. Don't text me. It is what it is. Sometimes how y'all move around out there does have an effect on how I view you, and this was one of them things. I'd be a fool to think that you didn't consider that before you did it.
I'm sure.
Which just says to me that you really don't give a fuck. I'm even more baffled. I don't even know how much of this conversation I could have, but they're so anti-transgender, which is confusing to me because I've been to the Nicki concert.
That's the thing that fucks me up.
I'm so confused by so much of what was said on that stage.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, hoping that maybe it was going to be impartial or there was a reason, but she was just echoing a lot of the shit that you would expect to be echoed.
I remember
And AKADEMIKS know all of this, but because he's hungry for revenge, he's going to try to put their credibility on the line. Drop in the comments, what do you think about AKADEMIKS calling out Joe Wino, Wack 100, and other media guys to speak on Jay-Z? Do you think anyone's actually gonna bite on his bait? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys later, man.